Hello and welcome to Indo-Japan Pulse updates on COVID-19 situation and how things might pan out in coming days in this part of the world. So let's get started. So in this update, we will cover first brief background of numeric trend on infections in Japan. Second, criteria put forward by government for opening up Tokyo. Number 3, in what phases they might open. So let's start with the brief background on current situation in Japan. On April 7th, starting with Tokyo, Prime Minister Shinzo Abe declared the month-long state of emergency or soft lockdown. And the 6 prefectures of Kanagawa, Saitama, Chiba, Osaka, Hyogo and Fukuoka. Then on April 16th, decided to place all Japan under a state of emergency to stem the spread of the new coronavirus. Then as 7th May deadline was approaching, on 4th May, government announced that it's extending the soft lockdown till 31st May, in spite of the numbers were decreasing. Then 2 days back, that is on 14th May, due to the overall decrease on national level, the government lifted a nationwide state of emergency for 39 of Japan's 47 prefectures. So 8 prefectures still remain to be under the state of emergency and Tokyo is one of them. So the state of emergency have been removed even before the deadline is completed. Even though Japan is witnessing overall decrease in number of infections in one day, one can say Japan has avoided an explosive rise of infections, but at the same time, over 16,700 cases have been found across Japan and 690 deaths have been confirmed so far. Nearly a third of those overall cases are reported from Tokyo. At the beginning of the declaration of state of emergency, the number was hovering around 700 per day as total in Japan, which slowly got down under 100 recently. If we see the numbers at Tokyo, it has also seen a great fall and the numbers look very promising as of now, especially from May. Tokyo touched the highest number of infections on 17th of April, where the count was 207 people infected on that day. However, due to large compliance after the declaration of soft lockdown, measures on ground and people awareness has resulted a great fall at least in last 10 days. The number are a proof to this development. In Tokyo, especially in May, the numbers looked like 164 on 1st of May, 157 on 2nd of May, then slowly going down as 90, 87, 57, 37, 23, then going up a bit 39, then going down again 36, 22, 15, going up again 28, and then again drastically going down at 10, then again climb of 30, then a record 9 on 5th of May. So if we see the numbers, one can say the numbers have come down. Definitely they are not zero and definitely they are not compulsorily a trend of going down all the time, because sometimes we get the numbers higher than the previous day also. But 9 cases in the population of 14 million, that is 1.4 crores in Tokyo, has got government thinking about can they reopen Tokyo even before the deadline of 31st May. But even if they do not reopen Tokyo before the deadline, government is definitely thinking about the criteria under which Tokyo and other prefectures which are still under the state of emergency can be opened. So what is that criteria for Tokyo at least? Tokyo Governor Yuriko Koike unveiled on Friday a roadmap for easing of measures aimed at overcoming the spread of novel coronavirus in the capital as we go ahead. She announced that Tokyo would take into consideration following 7 numeric indicators for slowing up the Tokyo metropolitan area. These criteria are as follows. So the number 1 is, on a weekly average, there must be fewer than 20 new infections a day. Second, with the percentage of untraceable cases below 50%. And in addition, third, The weekly number of new infection must be lower than the previous week. These three indicators are most important. Apart from these three, the other parameters are like number 4, number of seriously ill patients and number of hospitalized patients would be taken into consideration. Number 5, the rate of people testing positive. Number 6, the proportion of coronavirus positive results in PCR test. And last 7, the number of consultation on whether to see doctor over possible infection will be also taken into consideration. Talking specially about the first 3 points, Koike said, if all first 3 indicators fall below the target, we will make a comprehensive assessment, taking into account other indicators as well as experts' view. We will ease stay home and business suspension request. So it would be very important to see how these 3 indicators turn out to be in coming days. So when does this 3 indicators be fulfilled? Will it happen next week or a week later or in June? It's hard to say. Koike said the easing will take place in phases after the central government lifts the state of emergency. So what are these phases? So these phases are divided into 3 steps. First would be allowing the resumption of public facilities such as museums and libraries. Second would be theaters and other facilities which are considered as low risk of people gathering and having close contact in closed setting. Number third, all other facilities will resume operation except those considered to be high risk environments. But she warned that if any of the criteria exceeds the set limit even after opening up, she will issue what she calls a Tokyo alert to urge people to exercise vigilance. So with that, we covered those 3 points. First, situation in Japan. Second, criteria for opening up in Tokyo. And third, phase-wise opening. So it would be interesting to see how this announcement unfold in coming weeks. And if it works fine, can it offer some clue to other metro cities like Tokyo, which has a population of more than 1 crore and have migrant people coming to this city and have international travelers due to the presence of international airport here? It would be great to know how you think about the situation in Japan, which might be different from what we explained. Do let us know in the comment box below. And do not forget to share and subscribe to this channel for views and analysis in Indo-Japan context on the topic of culture, life in Japan, work, business and beyond, coming right from Tokyo. Thank you for hanging around till the end.